What's up, you guys? Welcome to Thursday afternoon. It is time. I'm getting texts from my contractor. It is time. We are going to start talking about staple proteins. So, the first step when you're kind of thinking about meal prep, most people are like, what meal am I going to fix? I want to take that down a notch. I want to know what protein you're going to fix. From there, the beauty of creating meals around staple proteins, it opens up your options to a ton of different items. You can have a lot of the same types of foods, and it doesn't, I don't know, I hate chicken breast by itself, but I can tell you the way that I'm going to share how I eat chicken every day. I eat it every day, sometimes twice a day. So if you are live, type live. I saw a couple of people tuning in. Hello, how are you? Give me some thumbs if you can hear me. If you're watching this on a replay, definitely type replay. Tell me what your, where you're tuning in from, and maybe even like what you're eating for lunch. Let's get a little text chain. Show me your lunch. I'm going to show you my lunch. I'm going to fix my lunch in front of y'all. There's a reason I did this at noon. Also, would like to go ahead and mention that I have already divvied out my chips and salsa for my lunch. I've also already ate them. So maybe I'll find some extra carbs that I can have more chips and salsa here in a little bit. But I want to start first and foremost. As you're coming up with these staple proteins, know that there is so many options that you can do with these. So what I'm going to do is show you my basic meal prep every single summer. Every single Sunday I do this for the week, and I do it just for me. Obviously, if you're doing it for more people, great. Take it times however many bodies you're feeding. This is literally just for me. Matt likes his own flavors. This is just my stuff. So an easy way to start this is, number one, to figure out what flavors you're just in love with. I love everything barbecued, and I love everything Mexican. That's going to keep us pretty open, truthfully. So what I want to do is show you first what I'm starting for the grill. Number one, we've got our protein set. Chicken. And this is bison burgers. I like bison. Number one, it's a 2-to-1 protein to fat ratio. You need fat. We need fat in our bodies. The reason I like bison, it doesn't taste greasy or thick like ground beef. It doesn't hit my stomach with a thud, so it's a little bit gentler on my tummy. But I like it because I normally don't eat a lot of fats. I normally have to add fats to my meals to hit my fat macros. So bison's a great one for me. Plus I get to say I get a cheeseburger every day. What's the problem with that? So we're going to set those on the grill here in just a second. Other things I put on the grill. If I'm cooking for everyone else, at some point we're going to have a steak meal throughout the week. All I have to do is say family dinner, and my children know that they're going to get a filet. Yes, I fix my family's filet. And I just got notification that my grill is done preheating. Fun fact, my Traeger's name is called Baby Gut Rack. Okay, so I'm going to set those on the grill. Other things I'm going to put on the grill are little tin foil packets we always talk about, guys. You can do your vegetables either on the grill or in the oven. Temperature is going to be about the same, 425 for 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how black you like your roast vegetables. You know I like them black, like my soul. I'm kidding. I don't have a black soul. I have a great soul. I have a rainbow sparkly soul. Hi, Kim. I'm standing as very still as I possibly can. Okay, so veggies we're going to roast today. Number one, you know I don't chop vegetables. Guys, make this as simple as possible for yourself. If you aren't taking time to chop your vegetables, pay the extra dollar and get them chopped for you. Done. We're going to put this on a sheet of tin foil, spray some avocado oil spray on top, salt and pepper, wrap it up. That's ready to go. Same thing Brussels sprouts. Nobody likes cutting Brussels sprouts. Buy them cut. Plus, they're already set. This is $6. Come on. That's easy. Drizzle it with olive oil. Salt and pepper. I just got a text from Cannon. He wants to know what I'm cooking. He must have got the notifications as well. Okay, so that's what I'm going to put on the grill. That's all going to be ready in about 20 minutes. So I've got 6 bison burgers. I've got 4 chicken breasts. That's going to give me 4 days of chicken breast for lunch and 4 days of bison burgers as a snack. I do my bison burger as a snack at 4 p.m. I think it's great. But Jen, you're making 6 bison burgers. I understand. The reason I make those 6 bison burgers is then I have 2 to ground up and use on another meal. So let's say the boys are out one night and I really don't feel like cooking. Guess what? I've got a bison burger in the fridge ready to go. My favorite thing to do with all of these meats, I'm going to roll through very quickly. Are you ready? Say yes. On Thursdays, we say yes. One of these recipes, like I said, I'm going to make my lunch in front of you. There's one I'm going to hold back because I'm a big fat tease. So number 1, first and foremost, yeah, I'm going to have a cheeseburger, right? I like these. Brioche is delicious first and foremost. But again, I've got a label. Sometimes if you buy just like the bakery fresh, those are great, but you don't get a lot of the numbers. So I got these at Price Chopper. Brioche is delicious. This is 26 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, 4.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein. So I can have a cheeseburger for my snack and still be well within my macros goals for every single meal. Yes? Carbs are our friend. Slap a homegrown tomato on that bad boy, delicious. If you don't have that amount of carbs to give, maybe you take away half of the bun. Maybe you just do 1/2 of the bun. If you don't have that many carbs to give, maybe you do a lettuce wrap. But just know there's options, guys. We don't have to deprive ourselves. So number 1, I do a bison burger at 4 p.m. every day. Delicious, delicious, delicious. This is the only time of year I do it because if I can't have a homegrown tomato, I don't want it. Also, this is a shameless plug. If you have homegrown tomatoes, I'll take them for you. I can be bribed. So that's number 1, bison burger. Number 2, with the grilled chicken breast, this is my favorite thing to do right this time of year, salads. I love a fresh, yummy salad for lunch. So my current obsession is a grilled chicken breast, usually about 3 to 4 ounces of chopped grilled chicken breast. I chop up some fresh mango. What? Mandy, I know you're going to be down to clown with this recipe. Chop up some fresh mango. I usually do 1 to 2 ounces of fresh mango. Make sure you measure before you start adding with your heart. That way you have accuracy. It's not that we want to deprive you, but we want some accurate measurements. The last piece, fat-free feta. Delicious. If you want to add a little bit more, you can add some sunflower seeds to it. The cool part about this specific salad, I do a little drizzle of olive oil, some salt and pepper, and then a squeeze of a fresh lime. All of those together, you're looking at, depending on how much mango you add, you're looking at maybe 20 carbs. It's delicious. For those of you in a cut, it's a great way to have a ton of flavor, a ton of fiber, and you still get to feel like you're being like naughty with the mango. All right, that's my summer salad. The last one, you guys. I did not know that you did not know. Like, the amount of people that don't know this concerns me. And so here is my public service announcement. Are you ready? Brittany, say yes. Hello. I use the rest of that bison burger for what is known as a walking taco. If you do not already know what a walking taco is, prepare to have your mind blown. I did not know that so very many people did not know what a walking taco is. So I'm going to use my pre-made bison. Number 1, it's probably a 3.5 ounce patty. I need to measure it. obviously, measure it as you make it. Number 2, crack. Crack, 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 crack. This is crack. And 19 grams of protein. And only 5 carbs. So, I take that bison. I open up my bag. Lettuce, fresh salsa, a little bit of cheese, and then I throw that bison on top. Close the bag, shake, 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 walking taco. You're welcome. This is a great snack. I was working with one of my teen clients and I said, have you tried a walking taco after school? And she's like, I can have that? I'm like, why can't you have that? It's delicious. Will you eat that every day? She's like, I'll eat that every day. Great. Her protein has doubled. She's down 4 pounds and she's just as strong as she's ever been. Food is our friend. Find a way to make the foods that you love without having to justify food as a treat. I get to have a walking taco every day, or I get to have a cheeseburger every day. Food's our friend. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to put all that on the grill. Don't put your walking taco on the grill, and don't put your salad on the grill. You understand what I'm trying to say. Here's my recipe I want to share. I'm going to share my recipe later in a reel on my 2-step chicken. If you want me to tag you in that video, I want you to drop the word chicken. I will tag you in that video, in that reel when it goes live later today. All you have to do is type chicken. Those of you that aren't already using this recipe, prepare to have your mind blown. Okay, I've already pre-measured because frankly, today was trash day and I needed to clean my fridge out. So I have some leftover of this specific chicken. Who knows the chicken? Here's your real test. I'm prepping the rest of it right there. If you want that recipe, type chicken. So I'm using the rest of this chicken. It was 3.2 ounces of chicken. I've also measured out my mushrooms and my spinach. Yeah? Are you watching? We're gonna take just my avocado oil spray. Now, just know, it says it's zeros, but that's for a 1/4 second spray. So just whatever you do, just make sure you're really accurate with your measurements. That was more than a 1/4 second. Yes? Okay. I would say it's probably 1 gram of fat. Again, I don't eat a ton of fat, so, We're gonna let that heat up. I'm gonna throw everything into the pan and put a lid on it. Yes? While we're waiting for that to heat up, I want to talk about this specific recipe and then any variations you can do with it. So once I'm done with this is my lunch for the day. I've showed it a couple of times. I've made it repeatedly because it's just so flippin' good. It checks all the boxes. It feels incredibly indulgent to me. It actually reminds me of one of my favorite quesadillas that used to be on the Applebee's menu in the 90s. If you were alive in the 90s and not in diapers, let me know in the comments. I have a special treat for us. For those of us over 35. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the pan. And all I'm doing, it's already pre-made, right? All I'm doing is trying to cook up the spinach and heat up the chicken. Remember, if you want that 2-step chicken recipe, I want you to write the word chicken. I'll be getting back to y'all's comments here after I'm done live, because I can't see any comments on my phone if you are saying things. If you are saying things, I can't see them. Okay, so we're gonna let that just kind of wilt the lettuce. From there, I'm going to grab my scale. I've shared these before. You can get them at Hy-Vee. I think you can get them at Price Chopper. I want to say they're in the freezer section. I know you can get them at Costco in the fresh section. They're by the eggs, delicious. But these are almond flour tortillas. I like almond flour. Number one, my family's gluten-free. Well, 2 of my family is gluten-free. So if I have these around, they're great. They also, because it's almond flour, has a little bit higher fat count. Again, I have trouble hitting my fat macros, so I like using this as an option. If you use a regular tortilla, that's fine. There's no judgment. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set my tortilla on my scale so that number one, I know the accuracy of that weight. Number two, this is where the cheese comes in. Now, I need to preface, I don't get a ton of fat grams. However, if you give me cheese, I will eat the whole bag. How I slow myself down is fat-free cheese. It tastes very similar. It's not as bad as it sounds, Katie Bose. I'm gonna tag you in this. If you wanna argue with me, you can tag in the comments. But I'm just gonna measure out however much I've allotted for this specific recipe. That's a little bit less. There. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I saw Joey come on. Hi, Joey. All right, so checking on my chicken. Ta-da. Cooked, wilted, it's hot. Turning off the heat. Here's where we get creative. The dog is right underneath me. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to put this right onto the scale. Onto the tortilla, obviously. And, all right, so now, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put this back into the skillet and fold it once it's done. Okay, back on the heat. So it's flat. It's flat right now. Yes, when it's done, I'm going to fold it over itself. And I made a quesadilla. Who loves that? Yeah? I have a breakfast quesadilla recipe. If you want it, I need you to put your favorite emoji in the comments right now. Better yet, put like a burrito or something. That way I know what you're trying to get out of me. Do that. Put like a burrito emoji. We're going to do something very similar with this, with the two-step chicken at breakfast time. We're going to add my secret ingredients and make it a breakfast burrito. It's delicious. So once you've done these few staple protein preps, remember we've got bison, we've got chicken breast, we've got our two-step chicken. Once you have all of those prepped, you can make all of these different meals, right? And there's tons of variety. And it's a lot of really good, delicious variety. I bet you didn't realize you can have a bison burger every day. With this, remember, if you want that breakfast recipe, I want you to drop a burrito. If you want the two-step, let's turn off the heat on that. If you want the two-step chicken recipe, type chicken. If you want to know anything else, drop your questions and comments in the chat. With that, guys, I'm gonna eat.